this question here is definitely dealing with a different league in the NBA, but you dealt with major issues, social justice issues in the NFL. You were face of that alongside Malcolm Jenkins, and you joining with him and standing by him was a big deal. When you watch what's going on with the NBA right now, different country, different situation, but the players are getting put in these spots where they have to answer these questions, and LeBron's getting roasted with some of these answers. From what you've gone through, watching that situation, what are your thoughts on it?
Well, listen, the NBA has occupied a moral high ground for quite a while with the NFL and the circus it's been, and the way it's been mishandled in a lot of ways, depending on what you think. I think that the NBA doesn't occupy that moral high ground anymore. Not that I'm excited to see it. I'm disappointed as a fan of the NBA and somebody who I look at that as a really progressive league. But at the end of the day, each player has to decide how they want to speak on issues, and if they want to speak on it at all. I think, in the NFL, we've held players to a standard of you like them to talk. I certainly like to speak out, but there's players that didn't say anything about Cap, about the anthem, nothing. I think some of these NBA players, I understand the component of you might feel unsafe while you're in China, talking on this stuff. I mean, that's dicey. But when you get back, have a plan. And educate yourself. Like, I don't think I'm not educated on an issue is enough at this juncture.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah, and I think we all should be educated on that particular issue. Interestingly enough, you gave your entire salary away. Was it your last year or your second to last year, or both years? Second to last year. I definitely did.
I had to keep the lights on.
Right, you did have to keep the lights on.
But let me just say, before we get off to China, what's happening there is wrong.
Right.
And I think when you're doing business in China, you do have a responsibility. It's not, you can't pass it off as it's somewhere halfway around the world. You don't have to talk on every issue around the world, but when you're profiting off this place,
yes,
these issues are relevant,
and you need to speak up, and you need to be heard.
And that's, I want to say that unequivocally.
Right. Don't be hypocritical is what you're really trying to say.
Yeah.